Well, good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Thursday, January 11th. Got a strong winter storm on the way with blizzard warnings now in effect starting tonight into Friday. And beyond that, we're looking at some Arctic air moving in for the weekend into early next week. A lot to get through. Let's get started. Key points we're going to focus on today. A strong winter storm will arrive for tonight into Friday. What that means for us is some widespread moderate to heavy mountain snow with some widespread strong winds. With some new snow that we got over the last couple days, in addition to expected additional snow, here with this next system, with strong winds, we're expecting some significant blowing and drifting snow concerns area-wide with blizzard-like conditions possible, again across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, south into Utah. Our second system will arrive for the Saturday-Sunday time frame as we get some Arctic air moving in behind that first system with some widespread light to moderate mountain snow and some breezy winds, but not as strong as what we're going to see on Friday. Quick look at satellite for you this morning. Again, shows mostly clear skies out there. We are seeing some patchy low stratus and fog this morning, but overall very cold temperatures, especially as you head further north and east this morning where skies have been clear. And overall seeing some light winds out there this morning outside of the Magic Valley. Those will ramp up later today. I'll look at the bigger picture for you again. So high pressure to our southwest and a series of storms in the northeast Pacific. One we're keeping an eye on is one descending out of western Canada. An upper level trough with plenty of Arctic air, very cold air behind it. It's going to be combining there with that plethora of moisture working into the northeast Pacific. And what that means for us is a northwest-west moisture feed, bringing strong winds and precipitation in from the Pacific. Weather risk outlook for your next 5 days. We'll focus on some snow and some gusty winds. Again, pretty quiet weather out there this morning, outside of some lingering breezy winds and some isolated snow showers. Look for conditions to deteriorate, especially as we get after sunset tonight, with more widespread snow moving into the area. For your Friday, we're expecting some blizzard conditions across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, south down towards Utah. And with that, we're going to see some widespread snow and gusty winds leading to near zero visibility at times. For Saturday, some snow and some breezy winds will continue as some of that colder air begins to spill over the Continental Divide into our area. For Sunday, just some lingering snow, especially south and east of the Snake Plain, with overall keeping with some very cold wind chills during those early morning hours. For Monday, going to see that snow decrease in coverage. Again, best chances for that in the mountains south and east of the Snake Plain as some very cold air sets up for your Monday. Here's a look at the latest watches, warnings, and advisories. As you can see here, outlined in the blizzard warnings, showing there in the red, winter storm warnings in the pink, and winter weather advisories there in the light purple. What that means for us is, again, severe winter weather is expected in the next 12 to 36 hours. So again, we're looking at that period starting this evening into tomorrow, continuing all throughout the day. So what that means is widespread significant blowing and drifting snow, in addition to snow continuing to fall at times, which could be moderate to heavy. As you head further north, more winter weather advisory conditions. We are expecting those strongest winds and best chances for snow further south. Temperatures today going to be starting off the day on the cool side of things further north, single and double digits below zero, with warmest areas in the teens. Afternoon highs still hanging out in those teens and 20s. And break down the timing for you on the wind gusts. So again, winds this morning are pretty light outside of the Magic Valley. We are seeing some gusts around that 30, 35 mile an hour range this morning. But overall, we're going to see those ramp up throughout the day. So by this afternoon, we're going to see winds increase out of the south-southwest. And with that, increasingly westerly winds by this afternoon, gusts about 30 to 40 miles an hour. And by this evening, so this is taking a look after 5 o'clock. Again, the blizzard warning does go into effect at 5 o'clock. We are expecting those conditions to deteriorate henceforth going on. So looking at widespread gusts, by this evening, about 40 to 50 miles an hour, particularly where we have those blizzard warnings in place. And overnight tonight, conditions will continue to deteriorate. We're looking at widespread wind gusts on the order of about 45 to 60 miles an hour. And what that means is significant blowing and drifting snow, as well as additional snow continuing to fall in our area. I'll get to those snowfall amounts here in just a minute, but we'll break down the timing for you of the snow for today. So starting off at about 7 a.m. this morning, just seeing some isolated snow showers out there. That'll continue to work in throughout the morning hours. Again, not a whole lot of impacts out there. But for later part of this afternoon into this evening, you'll see some increasing chances for some mountain snow. And overall, those best chances for snow will be contained to the mountains until later this evening. But overall, expecting some of that precipitation to work onto the upper Snake Plain and Magic Valley area later today into tonight. And what this means is we're kind of keeping an eye on a band of more moderate precipitation that's going to extend down from the Treasure Valley into the Magic Valley into southeast Idaho. But with that, we're not going to see as much snow across the upper Snake Plain, where winds are going to be the primary concern in addition to some snow as you head further south and west. So about 8, 9 a.m. Friday, we're still seeing snow continuing, especially as you get further south with some drier conditions further north as those strong winds persist. But by about heading into noontime Friday, again, much of that snow should be rained across southern and central Idaho for your Friday afternoon, but can't let some isolated snow showers further north. And speaking of those snowfall amounts today, we're going to be looking at about a trace to maybe a couple inches of snow in the valleys, a little bit higher, especially as you get up into around the Stanley Basin area, northwest into the Central Mountains. Temperatures on your Friday slightly warmer than what we're going to see today, courtesy of cloud cover in place, but overall cool morning further north with afternoon highs in those teens, 20s to low 30s. And wind gusts on Friday, again, blizzard conditions are expected throughout the day on Friday. Widespread gusts about 45 to 60 miles an hour. Very strong 700 millibar jet overhead. Strong winds mixing down to the surface, leading to widespread areas of blowing and drifting snow, with gusts locally in excess of 60 miles an hour. And for Friday afternoon, we'll start to see the winds taper off just a little bit. Further north, we'll see the bigger improvement Friday afternoon. But overall, seeing those winds still continue about 40 to 60 miles an hour. By Friday nights, we're looking after 5 o'clock here. Still some breezy winds across central and southeast Idaho. But as you head further north and east, some lighter winds are actually starting to return as colder air settles in over the divide. And by Friday overnight, some very strong winds continue south of the Snake Plain and across some of the higher elevations of central Idaho, but overall trending down wind-wise from where we were. And snowfall amounts on your Friday, again, looking at about 1 to 5 inches of snow in the valleys, about 5 to 10 in the mountains with some locally higher totals. But overall, you can see in the upper Snake Plain, not a whole lot of snow for Friday. The bigger impact is going to be the wind with this system. So certainly keeping an eye on that over the next 24 to 36 hours. Temperatures on your Saturday, very cold air going to be establishing itself in for Saturday, much of the double digits below zero further north, warmest areas in those teens above zero, with afternoon highs struggling to get above the single digits along our Montana border, but overall get into those teens and 20s across the board. Wind chills on your Saturday are going to be very cold. We're looking at about double digits below zero, about 20 to 30 below as you get across the upper Snake Plain, eastern highlands areas, and up into central Idaho as well. And snowfall amounts for your Saturday. Again, excuse some of these boxes there on our border. Forecast did change, and some of that didn't get reflected on that border change, but we're keeping an eye on our side for the time being. But for your Saturday, again, about a trace to about 3-4 inches in the Snake Plain, especially as you get down towards Burley, with highest totals further south of the Snake Plain. Wind gusts on Saturday, not going to be as strong as what we're going to saw on Friday. Generally some lingering breezy winds, some pockets of localized blizzard conditions possible, but overall winds trending down for your Saturday. Temperatures on Sunday, another cold morning, followed by afternoon highs in those teens, 20s to low 30s. Wind chills on Sunday, pretty much a repeat of what we're going to see on Saturday, about 20 to 30 below wind chills, especially as you get further north. Wind gusts on Sunday, going to be trending back down, so again, about gusts maybe 15 to 30 miles an hour for your Sunday. And talking about snow on Sunday, the models remain increasingly uncertain on exactly how widespread this snow is going to be, but best chances for your Sunday for snow would be as you head further south. Temperatures on Monday looks like it's going to be the coldest day of the period. We're looking at widespread temperatures below zero. So if you're actually in the single digits above zero, you'll be the warmest. But overall, some double digits below zero, especially further north with afternoon highs in those teens. Wind chills on Monday, again, looking at widespread wind chills down to about 15 to 40 below, especially as you get further north. So very cold air settling in for Monday. Wind gusts on Monday, again, it doesn't take a whole lot to get these wind chills very low. So even a wind gust, maybe 15, 20 miles an hour, can lead to dangerous wind chills out there. And snowfall amounts on your Monday, again, best chances for some light snow will be south and east of the Snake Plain, as predominantly dry conditions return for Monday, as that drier air and colder air settles in for Monday. Temperatures on Tuesday, another very cold morning, especially as you head further north and east, with afternoon highs in those teens and 20s. And for Tuesday, not expecting much snow at this point, just maybe isolated showers in the mountains. And wind gusts on Tuesday, wind should be remaining fairly light. And a look at what's to come. Again, more near normal to slightly above normal precipitation chances through that 16th through 20th time frame. Again, we've got a favorability of a high pressure ridge shifting overhead. So we'll see if we can get some moisture working up and over that ridge into our area through that 16th through 20th time frame. And with respect to temperature-wise, we'll keep things at least seasonably cool in that 6 to 10 day period, the 16th through 20th, leaning below normal temperatures. 8 to 14 keeps us in that near normal to even slightly above normal across the west, but overall kind of in that more neutral position for the 8 to 14 day period to that 24th. And with respect to temperatures-wise, we'll return to some more near normal to even slightly above normal temperatures here in the west, but overall those cooler than normal conditions will remain further east of our area. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Thursday and stay safe out there.